Shalom, shalom, Israel. First of all, I give all honor and glory to Yahweh, and I do so Bashim Mashak Yahusha. Second of all, I give double honor and glory to the elders who taught us this truth and paved the way for us to come and grow. And I also like to give a sincere shalom to the brethren and be sincere and humble in this truth, and like also the sisters and the children. I pray that y'all, nobody may take y'all crowns. But this video will be the video. Because I'll be making 2 videos today because to compensate for the video I didn't make yesterday due to some issues. But anyways, let me start this video. So like this video will be like the first video, which is this video that y'all are currently watching, is speaking about the Lord will save you from prison. Cause like say like you're like a lot of us will go to prison like for this word, or like say you're even in prison and somehow you can watch this video. Like the Lord can, like, it's not a guaranteed, but the Lord can save you from prison. But there's 2 examples I wanted to get, but let me get this base verse real quick. The book of Psalm 146 and verse 7, which executed judgment for the oppressed, which giveth food to the hungry. This psalm doesn't really tell you who wrote it, but it's praising the Most High. But anyways, reading on, the Lord looseth the prisoners. Now that we got that base verse, let's go to the first example, which is in the book of Acts, chapter 12. The book of Acts, chapter 12, and start at verse 1. It's like in the book of Acts, chapter 12, verse 3 through 11. And because he saw it, like this is speaking about Herod, like after he killed James. But and like he was trying to kill Peter and stuff, like around the Passover time. We're reading on book of Acts chapter 12 verse 3. And because he saw it pleased the Jews, he proceeded further to take Peter also. Then were the days of unleavened bread. And verse 4, and when he had apprehended him, he put him in prison and delivered him to 4 quaternions of soldiers to keep him, intending that Easter, which is really Passover, to bring him out forth to the people. So like Herod put Peter in prison and was trying to kill him. And he said like guards to guard him. Verse 5, Peter therefore was kept in prison, but prayer was made without ceasing, which this links to, I believe, 1 Thessalonians 5 and 21. But reading on, prayer was made without ceasing of the church unto God for him. Verse 6, and when Herod would have brought him forth the same night, Peter was sleeping between 2 soldiers, bound with 2 chains, and the keepers there, the door, and the keepers before the door kept the prison. Verse 7. Well, verse 6 basically says, like Peter had 2 chains on him, and like I believe 2 guards like guarding him, and like somebody kept the prison like outside of the cell. Verse 7. And behold, the angel of the Lord came unto him, and a light shined in the prison, and he smote Peter on the side, and arise, and raised him up, saying, arise up quickly. And his chains fell off from his band. It's like from his hands. God, so like Peter was sleeping, and then like an angel came and like woke him up and like took the chains out of his hands. Verse 8, and the angel said unto him, gird thyself and bind up thy sandals. So he did. He said unto him, cast thy garment about thee and follow me. Verse 9, he went out and followed him, and wist not that it was true what was done by the angel, but thought he saw a vision. Verse 10, and they were past the first Like when they were past the first and the second ward, they came unto the iron gate, and leaded unto the city, which opened it to them of his own accord. And they went out and passed on through one street, and forthwith the angel departed from him. Verse 11. And when Peter was come to himself, he said, Now I know of a surety that the Lord has sent his angel, and hath delivered me out of the hand of Herod, from all the expectation of the people of the Jews. So like basically, like it says in Psalm 146 and verse 7, like the Lord loosed the prisoner, like Peter was loosed. But let me get my other example I wanted to get. It's like 4 chapters ahead. Book of Acts, chapter 16, and verse 18 through I believe 22 or 26. Acts chapter 16 and verse 18. Acts 16 and 18. And this did she many days, but Paul being grieved. So like this is like Paul, I believe, I don't really remember what land he was, but like he saw a woman that like I think she was like a fortune teller or something. She was kept crying unto like Peter and stuff. I mean, it's like unto like Paul and stuff. So like he got grieved and like he rebuked her. So this is where it starts. Look at Acts 16 verse 18. And this did she many days, but Paul being grieved turned and said to the Spirit, I command thee in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach to come out of her. And he came out of her the same hour. So like a satanic spirit left the woman. Verse 19. And when her masters, because this woman was like either a servant or a slave, saw that the hope of the gains was gone, they caught Paul and Silas and drew them into the marketplace to the rulers. So like this woman's masters saw that like they could no longer profit from her, like I think fortune telling or magic. So they called, they like basically grabbed Paul and Silas up. Um Came, and he came the same hour. Verse 19. Verse 20. And brought them to the magistrate, saying, These men being Jews do exceedingly trouble our city. Verse 21. And teach customs which are not lawful for us to receive, neither to observe, being Romans. So like they were somewhere in Rome, like with like no, of course they went to Israelites, but like they were still in Rome. So a lot of people there thought they were just Romans, and they didn't know that they were Israelites. And the multitude rose up together against them, and the magistrates rent off their clothes and commanded to beat them. They took their clothes away and beat them. Verse 23. And when they had laid many stripes upon them, they cast them into prison, charging the jailers to keep them safely. So Paul and Silas were delivered to jail. Whoever received such a charge thrust them into the innermost cell and made their feet fast in stocks. So I believe like this would be equivalent to them being in maximum security. Verse 25. And at midnight Paul and Silas prayed and sang praises unto God, and the prisoners heard them. And suddenly there was a great earthquake, so that the foundations of the prison were shaken, and immediately all the doors were opened, and every man's bands were loosed. Verse 27. And the keeper of the prison, awaking out of sleep and seeing the prison doors open, he drew out his sword and would have killed himself. You could read the rest of it, but this video is just like a video to show y'all that the Lord can loose the person out of prison. So like for brethren that are in prison right now, and the brethren that will go to prison for like this word's sake. or like really righteousness' sake, like the Lord will save you, or He can at the least. But I hope somebody got edified, and I pray y'all pray for me as I pray for y'all, and I pray I'm gonna pray for each other. But I'd like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, and I do so by Shema Shekel Shalom.